Hello, hello. Hold up. I'm still clicking buttons. How's everybody doing? Ooh, don't want to hear myself. No, thank you. Go ahead and mute that. Hello, everybody. This is actually tea this time. Who decided it could get so cold? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Q&A live stream, our October live stream. Hope everybody's doing okay. We got subscribers, God bless. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh no, we're okay. I hope everybody can hear me and I hope everybody can see me. If we can hear and we can see, then that's all we can ask for. Thanks for joining. Congrats on 120. God bless ya. 120, can you believe it? That's it, really. Thanks for joining. Yes, this is Yorkshire. The only way to be. Thank you for everybody subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, I am personally offended. Personally offended. Thank you guys for being here. I was hoping to do something like this, like first Sunday of the month. If you don't mind, if you'll have me, if that's okay. That was my thought, really. Cheers. Steven says, I hope that's an early gray. Never heard of him. I guess while we're here, where's everybody from? Where is our audience from tonight? Now, YouTube tells me that my largest audience is British, but it can't tell me where exactly. No sugars, only milk. So I think we've got a lot of Brits, but I don't know from whereabouts. Graham comes in with Ottawa, fellow Canadian, or at least living in Ottawa. That's cool. Yorkshire. So far north you wouldn't believe. Oh my goodness, here we go. Look at it go. Sussex, Liverpool, London, Cardiff. I can't read that fast. That's awesome. Rochester, one of my favorite places. Manchester, Brazil. How exotic. Thank you guys for driving all that way to join the stream. Ontario, what's up, Jillian? Toronto. Very cool. Very cool. Wow. Oh, Bath. I had a beautiful time in Bath. I would absolutely go back to Bath if I could. Wonderful place. Kent. Hell yeah. Norway. I've always wanted to go to Norway. Oh... Thank you guys so much. Ireland! Woo! Arizona! Steve, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys so much. Kevin says, what's your favorite place in the UK? It's really hard. There are still so many places that I want to go. So far though, I really loved Bath. I really loved like the Snowdonia area in Wales. This cup is so hot. Cheers, everybody. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. I've been to Winchester as well. I went to Winchester Christmas market one year, but it's been very, very long since then. But But yes, jumper weather the last couple of days. Blanket weather, also tea weather. So, this is my largest mug. So if you ever need something that's a little bit big, this is the one to go. My best friend bought it for me in college and it has stayed with me ever since. Knock on wood, don't break it. I've been to York, but we didn't do a lot of traveling around, like outside of that. But my friends and I went for a weekend, and it rained the whole weekend, but York was really cool. Again, I'd love to go back out. There's so many places that I want to go. Sometimes it's like overwhelming. EastEnders or Emmerdale, I would rather just look at the wall. I would just rather look at the wall. No soaps over here, but I will say, I just finished watching Midnight Mass on Netflix, if you're looking for a spookum. That's a good one, Midnight Mass. What's the drink I have in my cup? This is Yorkshire tea. I do have a video where I taste test some of the biggest brands of tea, and I found for whatever reason Yorkshire just sits better with me. It's just truly wonderful. And that's my go-to one now. Oh, and I will say I'm still not really a tea person, but certainly when it's cold. Anyway, yeah, Midnight Mass, fabulous. I'm also looking out for new Ted Lasso. Gotta love a Ted Lasso. Yes, please. Steve, cheers for the donation. I really appreciate it. I haven't watched the Squid Game yet, but I'm going to soon. That's probably next on the list, because that is kind of a spookum too, isn't it? It is a spookum. Which biscuit? Rich tea sucks. Something awful. Chocolate digestives are wonderful, and hobnobs are fabulous too. But rich teas taste like... No. Don't do it. How are you finding Stardew Valley? I binged Stardew Valley. For people watching, it's a video game. I was playing it every day, and then I stopped playing it, and I've not gone back to it whatsoever. Currently, I am replaying Skyrim for the 90th time, and I am still technically kind of playing Animal Crossing. When I'm getting a little bit stressed out, I go, I should plant some new flowers on Animal Crossing. And it's very, very chill. Dark or milk chocolate digestives? Milk. Absolutely. I mean, I won't say no to a dark chocolate one, but not my preference, personally. But thank you guys for being here. If you're into video gamey kind of stuff, fair play. I haven't been playing as much as I'd like to. Oh, favorite game of all time? Can't say Skyrim. Ocarina of Time on the N64. One of the all-time bests, and I will still play it to this day. Ocarina of Time, Zelda, N64. Truly a work of just art. So yeah, I'll still play that. If I can't say Skyrim, I'd say that. I also truly love Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is a wonderful game. And Breath of the Wild. Although Breath of the Wild is a newer game, it doesn't have the nostalgia factor, but it is really good. It's beautiful. And the new Tomb Raiders, they're good too, but I wouldn't replay the new Tomb Raiders where I would replay Skyrim, 900 times. No worries. Newest recent game, Death Stranding. I know a lot of people made fun of that game, but it is absolutely unreal. Aaron, you're absolutely right. It's like unlike anything I've ever played before. Truly wonderful. Oh, Sims. I spent a lot of my childhood playing Sims. So that's something that you know now. Yeah, Sims was like the first computer game that I played as like a 7-year-old, you know, murdering people in the swimming pool and what have you. If you like video games, I do stream on Twitch. I don't know how many people know that. Normally I'm on Twitch right now, but once a month I'm coming over to YouTube because I know not a lot of people know what Twitch is. But twice a week I live stream on Twitch if you want to head over there. We don't always play games, sometimes we just hang out. But yeah, video games, absolutely. FIFA, no. That's not a video game. That's just running around. Although Death Stranding is running around too, isn't it? Oh, Jem, you really should go back. Death Stranding is probably one of my favorite games, like of recent years. It truly is unlike anything I've ever seen before. What game are you waiting for to come out? Howard, that's a great question. I'm never really in the know for video games. All of a sudden people will be talking about a game and I'll be like, oh, that sounds like fun. But I'm not with it, if you will. I don't really know what's going on. I just find out after the fact. So, have you tried gaming in VR? I have tried once, and it made me incredibly nauseous. Here's the thing. For some reason, I get like motion sickness with certain games. On Twitch, we tried Minecraft. That's what it's called, right? Minecraft? And just for fun, you know, to see what the kids were playing. And I got so motion sick, I almost threw up everything inside my body. So VR games, I don't think are in the cards for me. It's just a little bit too much. How do you come up with your videos? That's a good question. Thank you for asking. I love spreadsheets. So I have a spreadsheet in a bunch of different columns. So I have like video ideas, just like any video idea. But then I also have a column for food related video ideas, just to kind of break them up a bit. So anything cooking, anything taste testing. And then I have my YouTube queue. So the videos that I have in order that I want to do for the next couple of weeks. And I have the same thing for Patreon because I make full-length videos for Patreon as well. And then I have a column for shorts ideas. And then I have a column for all the completed stuff. So every once in a while I'll go into my spreadsheet and I'll like look at the little things and I go, let's take this idea out of the ideas column. And I'm going to do that on Patreon for next week. And I go, let's do this one for YouTube. And then when I'm done with that video, I drag it over to the completed side. But in terms of coming up with ideas, it just kind of comes to you. I had a really good one in the shower the other day. And so I'm like, I need to wash my hair, but I do not want to forget this idea. So you just like repeat it in your head over and over and over and over again. And then like run out afterwards and write it down so I wouldn't forget it. Have you got any UK day trips planned? Tuesday's video is actually a out and about video. Hope you guys enjoy it. I won't tell you where, so it's a nice surprise, but we did go someplace, toured a place. That's really important to me, so I hope you guys like it. That'll be out on Tuesday. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I do. That's the whole reason that I am in the UK. Thank you for asking. Steve Wolf, hey Alanna, hope you're well. God bless you, appreciate it. But yeah, Tuesday's video is out and about. We had really nice weather like a week ago. And I was sitting at the window, I thought, I don't have a YouTube video planned, but it is a really nice day and we need to do something. Like, I gotta go outside. I gotta film something because it is so nice outside. So what we ended up doing actually was, so we recently moved, but we went back to the village I used to live. Ooh, scandalous. So Tuesday's video is the village that I used to live, and we do sort of like a tour and stuff because the weather was beautiful. Not so much anymore, but it was that day. Would you ever go to Ireland? I'd love to. I mean, I think there's very few places that I would not go to. But definitely, again, it's just, you know, it's money and it's time, and traveling abroad right now is kind of like you have to have so many tests and all that stuff. So any trips to Canada planned? Probably not until the summer. So yeah, that's a long time. It's kind of sad to think about, but I would really like to have my mom come to England. You can have some videos with my mom, just kidding. But I would like her to come here. So maybe, see, you want it when the weather's nice, which is the summertime typically, but I need to go back home for the summer, definitely. So it's just a matter of whether I go before then or whether my mom comes here before then. We'll just have to see how it goes. You know, just kind of playing the waiting game at this point. Where in Canada? I'm from Ontario. Any Ontaritonians in chat? I'm from Ontario. Have your family visited you in England? Yes, but not for a long time. It's been a long time. So, yeah, I'd love to have my mom here. But it just rains every day right now. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I want to travel more. So I really would like that. Like earlier in the week when it was a beautiful day, I saw, you know what, the sun. I can see the sun and I can see the blue sky. We need to go outside and do something. You really have to make the most of it when it's nice. Otherwise, you just miss it. So. Did you ever visit PEI? I have not. I don't even think I know anybody who's been to PEI. I haven't, granted, I haven't done a lot of traveling around Canada. It is so big. Sometimes it's cheaper to fly to England from Ontario than it is to fly from Ontario to like British Columbia, you know. But I would like to do more traveling in Canada. I want to travel everywhere. This is the problem we have. People are like, do you want to travel here? And I say, yeah, I do want to travel. Do you want to travel here? And I say, yeah, I do want to travel. It's just, it's finding the time and finding the money. I also have a full-time job. I do this stuff on the side. So, I don't actually have a lot of free time. And when I do have free time, I usually just chill. Just chill. If you stay in England permanent, would your family consider moving here too? Brian, that's a good question. No. No. England was always my love, if you will. But no, I would really like to get into a position where my mom could come and stay for like an extended period of time. And I would still, you know, work and do normal stuff, but she could be here and she could be doing her own thing, but she'd still be here. But no, my mom's not going to move here. It's not in the cards, but that's okay. If you had to dress up as someone or something for Halloween, would you? Absolutely. And what would it be? Spin Diesel. Halloween is so big in Ontario. I love it. I love Halloween. I love spooky month. I love watching spooky movies. I love going to haunted houses. I love it. I used to play the Ouija board as a kid. Don't recommend it. If I had to dress up, what would I be? I like to pick things that are either scary or funny. This is really embarrassing, but one time, do you know the meme Forever Alone? Where it's like the drawing of the face, and he's kind of like making that expression. I don't know how to explain it, but the meme is called Forever Alone. This is an old meme because I did it in high school. I went to Halloween one year as Forever Alone meme. I drew it on a big piece of cardboard and I made like a handle like with a ruler and stuff, and that was my costume. Was the Forever Alone meme. So anyway, that's the state of my life. How's it going for you guys? Good? That's good. Notting Hill or Love Actually? Neither. No thanks. Not interested. Not my type. Yeah, Halloween as a child in Canada is wearing your costume over your snowsuit. We used to wear the snowsuit underneath. My mom made a lot of my costumes. Like, we would go to Value Village, which is like a thrift store, and she would sew my costumes like too big. So you'd have your snowsuit on underneath, and then you'd put the costume on over top so people could see what you were, obviously. That is Halloween in Canada. What is your advice for a person from Ontario who's on the way to move to the UK? That is a great question. I was actually thinking, again, I do a lot of video planning in the shower because I've got nothing else to think about. I was actually thinking about doing a video of the things that I would tell myself before moving. I never wrote that down. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta write this down before I forget. Hold on. Thank you for reminding me. I think the main thing is to understand that it's going to be difficult, but it's, you can do it. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it, but it's difficult. Anyway, thank you for asking. Stuart, hello. I am, thank you. I'm starting to really sweat though. You ever get that? When you drink tea too fast, you're like, wow, I am too hot now. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. Your lamp is awesome. It's just IKEA. Just IKEA. Oh yeah, the whole petrol thing. How dramatic. I don't have a car anymore, so I don't have that issue. I sold my car when I went back to Canada. But I haven't bought another one since then. Amy, hello from Germany. Pumpkin pie or pumpkin cake? I don't think I've ever had pumpkin cake. I don't really like pumpkin pie, to be honest. I'll have a couple bites and I go, oh, that's different. And I go, I don't really think I like that. But I can't say I've had a pumpkin cake. Carrot cake, delish. How is the butler? Has he got? Thank you, Gary. Butler's doing better. For people who didn't catch that video, my partner got COVID. Truly awful. Do not recommend it, but he's doing very well. Thank you for asking. All day hangover. Oh my God, I'd rather die. Cheese or chocolate? Cheese. I would much rather have cheese and chocolate. You heard it here first. But thank you for asking. Hello from Japan. What? Hello. Thank you for joining. Favorite tea brand? Yorkshire. Yorkshire all day long. People say Yorkshire Gold is better than Yorkshire Blah, and Yorkshire Hard Water is better in hard water areas. And honestly, I don't fully notice a difference. All Yorkshire tea tastes the same to me. Yeah, Yorkshire, I don't care what kind. If money was no object to you buying a place of your own, where would your ideal place to put down roots in the UK and why? Brian, you're really coming in with the philosophical questions. That's a great one. I talk about this, I won't go into it too much because I do talk about it in Tuesday's video. So Tuesday's video coming up, I go back to the village that I used to live in. And I do talk about like where I kind of want to end up. So I don't want to spoil it. We'll leave it there. Hello, hello, hello everybody. Welcome joining the stream. We're just hanging out. Feel free to get a chair, maybe a cozy blanket. I think I have too much blanket to be honest. Saskatchewan. Oh my goodness, you moved to Saskatchewan, bro? Why? Saskatchewan, I bet, is like crazy. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Crazy cold. Fair play though. I bet you that was a shocker. Worst public transport story. Brett, I'm so glad you asked. I waited for the bus for an hour and a half. An hour and a half? It just never showed up. Multiple ones never showed up. And then, I'm pretty sure it was that same day perhaps. I don't know, it was a long time ago. There was a huge accident and the traffic it wasn't moving. So I finally like walked up to the bus driver and I was like, can I just jump off? I'm gonna walk. Like, I'm just gonna walk home. Is that okay? So in the middle of the road, because we weren't moving, he just like opened the doors and a whole bunch of us just got off and walked. It was truly horrific. I haven't taken the bus much anymore. Trains. I've been really getting into taking them trains, although I haven't really done much lately. But thankfully the trains you can actually get around on. Rod from Ontario, hello, thanks for joining this stream. Would you faint if you met the Queen? Here's the thing, I always thought my grandmother, rest in peace, looked exactly like the Queen. Identical. Identical. She looked, not anymore, she looked just like the Queen. And I always thought maybe they were long lost sisters or something. So if I met the Queen, I'd be like, oh my God, it's Grandma. I haven't seen you in forever. Probably not related though, that would be unfortunate. Whew. I drank my tea too fast. Would you recommend foreigners visit Toronto or would you recommend another city? Toronto, so, that's a good question. It really depends what you want. Canada is such a massive country. It's really hard to comprehend just how truly huge it is. So if you want a big city trip, Toronto's wonderful. If you want to see the ocean, maybe Halifax. along the East Coast. Maybe you want to go to the other coast. You want to go to the West Coast. You want to see mountains. Maybe you go to Alberta, Calgary. I don't know. There's so much to look at. It just depends like what kind of trip you want. Maybe you want to see lakes and plains, or like plains as in like flatlands, or mountains, snow, maybe? You want to go up north? You want to go to none of it? Be my guest. It's cold up there. Do you find it amusing when England grinds to a halt with the slightest amount of snow? I love it. I love that. I mean, the UK, for the most part, I think, maybe not northern parts because you guys know how to deal with it, but when the country grinds to a stop because there's like 2 inches of snow, love it. It's so much fun. It's like having a snow day as an adult. I wish we did it in Canada, but Canada would be closed constantly. Man with no name, God bless you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Any thumbs up on the stream, by the way, or likes, whatever, subscribes, chats, honestly, all of that really helps the channel. Appreciate it. Oh my goodness, Kenny, Scotland naming its ice salt gritters is hilarious. The Scots are genuinely very funny. I appreciate you guys. I see you guys. Very, very funny. Sir Grits-a-lot, hilarious. I think we talked about that in my snow video or my winter video. I don't know. They all kind of blend together after a while. Are there scary movies you watch every year for Spooky Month? No, I'm happy to find weird stuff to watch. It doesn't have to be the same thing each year. I do love a Conjuring though. I will say that Conjuring is really wonderful. Whew, never been to a live stream before. Thanks for being here. Did you ever watch American football? My dad was a big American football, golf, baseball. So I only ever really watched that stuff with my dad, or he would have it on when I'm at home. But it's not something I would watch solo. Not really my vibe. I can't believe I just said that. How embarrassing was that? That just came out. I'm so sorry. Oh, embarrassing. Anyway, let's just move right along. First food to try when landing in the UK that you cannot find in Canada. Wait, first food to try when landing in the UK. Oh, that you can't get in Canada. Oh, I see. I would say go to like a really greasy cafe and get a full English. Just pile it on the plate. A big old full English would be wonderful. Or in the evening, you could get a Sunday roast. I want the largest, beautiful Yorkshire puddings you can get. That would be wonderful. Guessing football's not for you then. No, I'm not a sport person. I love haggis. You heard that here. I love haggis. Can't say I've had it with grated cheese though. But haggis is truly wonderful. I appreciate it. I love it for what it is. You know, sometimes you just gotta look past it. Steve! Bless. Thank you so much. Historical steam railroads. I don't even know. I'm not really a steam railroad kind of lady. I'd have to Google that. From 2,000 to 120 subs in exactly 2 years. It can't be exactly 2 years. Really? I feel like I've been here forever. I feel like I've been on YouTube forever. I feel old now, like on YouTube. Everybody's young and cute, and I'm just like here in the corner, like talking about British food again. If you love Yorkshire pudding, have Toad in the Hole. I love Toad in the Hole. I made Toad in the Hole on Patreon. Hi, Alanna, long-time watcher, first-time asker. What's the one biggest thing you miss about living in Canada? Unknown man, real chat, it's my family. I think when you move abroad, or even if you move away from home, you can pretty much find replacements for everything. But obviously not your family. So food, yeah, it's gonna be different, but you can find maybe even better replacements. Activities are gonna be different, but they might even be better replacements. But yeah, not my family. It's just like such a lame answer, but it's true. Do you have plans to do a cooking video while just drinking cider? I haven't, but I certainly can do in the future. I will say, like, I don't want to join me on Patreon. Here's the thing. The cooking videos don't do very well on YouTube, but they're fun to do, and I know people like kind of enjoy them. I do a lot of cooking stuff on Patreon. So if that's the stuff that you're interested in, I would consider maybe checking out Patreon. That's all I'm gonna say. Last week I made sticky toffee pudding on Patreon. So you can consider it or not consider it, that's all good. Was expecting air conditioning, Mark, how could you? Any Halloween videos planned? Yes. I have one in particular that I am really excited for. But we are dependent on the weather. I don't want to spoil it, but we are dependent on the weather, but I am really excited for the video. So please stick around. Please don't leave me. Jonathan, you have a lovely evening. Thanks for joining us. Keith says, ever been to Glasgow? No. I've been to Edinburgh, but I have family way back when that are from like the Aberdeen area. So again, I want to do so much traveling, but I think it'd be really cool to be able to go back to Aberdeen, for videos, be fun, and traveling, but also to be able to say like, this is where part of my family came from. They were the ones, they went from Aberdeen to Canada. So yeah, it'd be cool to, you know, be able to walk around and see some of the stuff, and maybe I can get some more details from like family records to see whereabouts exactly, but yeah, I think it'd be really cool. Kitchener, I got some friends in Kitchener. Thanks for joining us. Delicious experience, long time and regular viewer. God bless you. Have you had a mince pies so far this year? No. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but Christmas, it wouldn't have been last Christmas, it was probably the Christmas before. I did like the 12 days of Christmas or whatever, and I sat on the floor and I ate 12 different types of mince pies, and I've never felt more sick, more ill in my entire life than that moment. Was eating 12 mince pies. I don't even like them. I just thought it would be funny, and that video did so bad. Yeah, video did so bad, and I almost vomited. But what are you gonna do? You win some, you lose some. One of my friends is studying English, Scotland, and asked if people say 1st October or October 1st. I know what they do in the States, but how is it said there? Well, most Canadians will say October 1st, October 9th, October 12th. And then we also write our dates, October 12th, 2021. So we say it that way and we write it that way. Where I know Brits tend to do it the other way. The 1st of October, 2021. I don't even know what year it is. The 9th of October, 2021. But we do it like how Americans do it. Most like American and Canadian stuff is so similar. That's why a lot of the times in my videos I tend to revert to saying North American, because so much of it is really the same. You know, it's not necessarily unique to one or the other. Is your Thanksgiving sooner than the US? Allie, yes. That's one of the differences. Canadian Thanksgiving is October and American Thanksgiving is November. I don't know why, who cares, but it is different. And I always forget it. Thanksgiving is one of those holidays that just like happens. I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot that was coming, my bad. I'm pretty much done this cup. It's my biggest cup, that's why I like it. But it always goes too soon. Do you call your mother on UK Mother's Day or Canadian Mother's Day? If I called my mom on UK Mother's Day, she would be very, very confused. I don't know why that holiday is different. You'd think it kind of be standardized, but yeah. If you want to buy a Mother's Day card in the UK, you have to buy it, obviously. I think it's March here for Mother's Day. But in Canada, I'm pretty sure it's May or like around that time. So if you want to actually send a Mother's Day card, like you want to buy it in the shops, you have to buy it early and then hold on to it for a couple of months and don't lose it, and then send it off. Been there, done that. Keith, I love haggis, but thank you for the suggestion. When you first came here, was it hard making friends? Michael, absolutely. I think just making friends as an adult is really hard. No matter what country you're in, it is difficult. Especially a lot of friend groups. You know, you might know each other from school or from university or whatever. And to try and like get into that friend group is really hard. But you just gotta try your best. It does take effort, which is so annoying, but it is what it is. And yeah, it's rough. It is rough. My problem too, I think, at the beginning, I made a lot of friends with fellow foreigners because we all were looking for friends, right? So it's like the easiest person to make friends with is someone who also is looking for friends. But all of them went back to their respective countries. So then I'm like, dang, I gotta do this all over again. So yeah, it's rough, but it is what it is. What's your favorite thing about England? I love the architecture, the history. I know that's so boring, but you know, when I go to the grocery store or I take the train to meet up with some friends and you see like incredibly old buildings and architecture and yeah, that stuff doesn't get old to me. Walking into a shop and it's like tilted because it's so old. It's like slanted. That stuff is so much fun. I love it. We do not get that kind of stuff, you know, in Southern Ontario, where you walk into like a big Walmart. It's just like a giant brick building, the big rectangle. There's nothing pleasing about it at all. Whereas here, like, buildings are weird and roads are weird and you got little alleyways, and sometimes that can be really annoying because it's like, I have nowhere to park. Parking here sucks. But there's a lot of character, certainly, where we don't necessarily have that in Ontario. Some places, some of the older places, but again, it's not as old. It's not nearly as old. So, Nick, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I'll be honest, being on YouTube is kind of can be a confidence killer. So, yeah, sometimes it's rough. Some of the comments can be so shockingly awful. Even now, sometimes I get surprised. I think I've seen it all, and then I haven't seen it all. So I really do appreciate the kind words. Steven, God bless you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes it's really easy to focus on the truly horrible stuff. Because it's like, it feels really loud when it happens and you're like, oh my goodness. So I try to focus. I mean, Steven just donated 10 pounds. Nick just donated 5 pounds. You didn't have to do that. You absolutely did not have to do that. And you did it anyway, which is truly wonderful. So I really appreciate it. Sometimes it's just hard to, you know, deal with really mean people. But I hope that for the most part, people like my content. You know, it's not fancy. It's not multi-million-dollar crazy good animation type stuff, but I hope you guys enjoy it. And I mean, I appreciate you being here, first of all. So that's pretty cool. And I do think back to, like, I remember I made a video that was like, thank you for 25,000 subscribers. 25,000 subscribers, and here we are. I got my plaque, which I have not hung up yet. I still need to do that. So yeah, it's just kind of crazy. But it's been slow going. I mean, I certainly have not gone viral, and I really would rather keep it that way. I don't know how to deal with that many people looking at you. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys being here, for the donations, for the subscribe, all that fun stuff. Oh, it's just crazy. Reading nasty comments. I haven't done that in a while. A lot of people told me not to do those because they said, you know, you're giving credence to these people that just want attention. But they were some of my most fun videos. I find it, like, you have to laugh at. If you don't laugh, you'll cry, kind of thing. But I stopped doing those a while back just because, yeah, I didn't want to, like, make it too much of a thing. But it's just fascinating. And yeah, thank you very much, Aaron. I do post stuff on Patreon. YouTube can be really funny sometimes in terms of, like, the algorithm. Ben, God bless you, Ben. Thank you very much. Yeah, YouTube algorithm is funny. Sometimes it loves you. Sometimes it really doesn't like you at all. So Patreon is really great financially. That I can still post videos on there and it doesn't really matter the keywords or the SEO. You know, I can just post silly stuff on Patreon and not have to worry. So I really appreciate any Patreon people. God bless you. Will you ever move into London? Freddie, that is a great question. That is actually the next video that I'll be posting. Stick around. Not Tuesday. Tuesday is a travel video, but the next Tuesday is actually about that. Thank you for asking. Jay, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Have any comments of subscribers really helped you when you had problems or lifted your mood? John, absolutely. I mean, even now, you know, everybody here's nice. Nobody's being weird or mean or rude or whatever. So that really helps. I also really, it's a smaller population, but sometimes I'll get messages from people that want to move to England and they're like watching my stuff to see what it's like. And getting messages from people like that where they're like, I'm really nervous, but I've been watching your stuff and I'm feeling a lot more confident and I just want to say thanks. That feels really good because you've like helped somebody in a really like scary time. I know that's kind of dramatic, but yeah, any nice comment, I really try to make a point to register it, you know, like actually think about what I'm reading, so I'll remember it. Oh. Are you on TikTok? Here's the thing about TikTok. Since we just talked about positivity, I am on TikTok. Ben, God bless you. I'm on TikTok. I am not allowed to go on TikTok anymore. Basically, I uploaded all of my YouTube shorts. So if you've watched it on YouTube, I've uploaded it to. Oh, can I trade you? Thank you. We're moving on to the next drink. I uploaded all of my YouTube shorts onto TikTok. And then I also did 2 TikTok only videos. I don't know if any mods here want to put a link to my TikTok. That would be really helpful. The comments, no offense, the comments from the British people were savage. Absolutely savage. Basically telling me that I'm the worst thing ever and I should F off back to my own country. So I would still like to post on TikTok, but savage. You say probably kids? No, they're grown men. How do I know? Because grown men have sampled some of my videos calling me a effing idiot. I could not make it up. It's just... So, if you want to go on TikTok, that's cool. You can find me on TikTok and I'd really appreciate some hearts, some likes on my videos, nice comments. But my mental health took a nosedive and I am not allowed back on there to look at it because they are so mean. And again, like I said, I think I've seen it all, and then you're like, oh my goodness. One of the TikToks that just, it's so stupid. I'm so sorry. I did this TikTok, you can watch it if you want, about washing machines. So I was really bored one night and I filmed it, and basically the premise is this. How can you tell, so I'm filming myself, how can you tell when you have a British washing machine, okay? And then I film myself turning on the washing machine and I pretend to speak as the washing machine and I go, all right, governor. So the joke is, I hate to explain myself, the joke is, how can you tell when you have a British washing machine when it has a really corny accent, right? And people were so mad. They were telling me to F off back to my own country. Nobody even speaks like that. Have you ever been to the UK? Nobody sounds like that. You're an idiot. You're stupid. And I'm just like, we're talking about a washing machine, my guys. A washing machine. Anyway, I'm not allowed on there anymore. I cried like it was bad. I did not do well. So if you want to check me out on TikTok, I really do appreciate the likes or whatever they call them. I was just So surprised. So surprised. I also did another one, just about like some things I saw at the grocery store, and I was like, what is this? Marmite, huh? And people were really mad. So, anyway. Or like, you effing Yank, you don't know nothing. Yanks always coming here thinking they're better than us. That's the end of my rant about the TikTok. So, if you want to go hang out, you want to read the comments, it's kind of awful, but you do you. Please don't hurt your own mental health, though. So, anyway, just fascinating stuff. Moving on, Aaron, great segue question. What's your favorite time of the year? I love autumn. I love autumn. I love being cozy. Ashers, oh my God. God bless you. Thank you so much. You're truly wonderful. Favorite time of the year? Autumn. I love to be cozy. I love when the leaves are changing. You know, big jumpers. I love jumpers. I own too many jumpers. Just truly wonderful. And I also love summer. Because, you know, summer weather. Although we don't really have it here, do we? You usually say fall in Canada. Lots of people say autumn, though. Fall is just like a shorter version. What did your Canadian friends think of your decision to move to the UK? Surprised? Excited? Worried? Yeah, it's a big move. That feels so long ago. Would it be getting really cold this time of year in Canada? No, my mom was out gardening in shorts and a t-shirt, hot, sweaty, sunny, and I'm sitting on the couch with my blanket. I'm like, I'm so cold. No, in Ontario, it's wonderful right now. Truly beautiful weather, but it will start to turn soon. I think the earliest I've seen snow, we definitely had snow for Halloween, but I don't know if it's ever snowed earlier than that, at least not for where I'm from. But yeah, like Halloween time, there could be snow, and I've seen it snow as late as May, but it doesn't stick around. It's kind of like in that in-between snow, which I do not miss snow whatsoever. Not at all. November could be huge snowstorms in Ontario, but I've seen it as early as October, late October. This is a Coke Zero because I live fast, die young. Sorry about that. Delish. But yeah, don't miss snow. Not at all. No, thank you. Oh, how's the scent sales? I don't know if you guys know that my partner and I run a business. I don't know if we've talked about that recently. If any mods could pop a link to Edenbridge. Ben, God bless you. Thank you for the donation. Edenbridge Fragrances is a company that my partner and I do. So I don't really like sell merch or that kind of stuff right now. But we started this company a while back. We're really excited and really happy with it, proud of it, if you can say that. So we do hand blended fragrances, either based on famous people or based on places, like famous places. And we're really proud of it. Thank you, Erin, for posting the link. If you want to check that out, that is my partner and I. You can buy stuff from us and we will make it for you. And they're really good for Christmas, which is kind of how it came about, like Christmas presents and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's going well. It's really exciting and it's something new. It's nice to do something that's not videos. So yeah, it's learning something. Do you ship to America? Good question. My partner covers that. If you go to the website, you can email us from the website and I'll figure it out. I know the rules have been changing. Do you count down the days to when you can get away with wearing Christmas jumpers? I have a Fallout Christmas jumper, actually. Which is so, here we are saying out loud. I have a Fallout Christmas jumper. But I love regular jumpers. That I have so many to wear, so it's not I have no shortage of jumpers. None at all. Got too many. What's your favorite UK show? Would I Lie to You? Although, that's sad. It's not coming back, and I don't know when it's gonna come back. But yeah, Would I Lie to You? Hilarious. Currently watching the new season of, oh my god, what's it called? Taskmasters. Watching that, that's always fun. I love like comedy stuff. Good sense of humor. But I don't watch live TV much anymore. Have I got news for you? That stuff. Did watch 8 out of 10 Cats. Very sad. He passed away. Please tell me you like Only Fools and Horses. I am not a 65-year-old man. But thank you anyways. Oh yeah, British Bake Off. I haven't watched that in a long time. I don't support any English football team. I don't sports. Not really a sports person. No sports. No thank you. Yeah, Would I Lie to You? I really miss Would I Lie to You. I don't know when it's coming back. Like, nobody's given a date. Just like, kind of just waiting around. Cornwall, I have not been to yet, and I really, truly would love to. It's always on my list. I'm only 39. Gary, you say only 39. I'm teasing. Hello, Lester. Welcome to the stream. I don't know. If you could pick one British TV show to recommend to a foreigner, what would it be? You don't know really anything about them, but you can only recommend one British TV show. What do you recommend? Only Fools and Horses? Bullseye? I used to love daytime TV. Bullseye. Little Britain. That would be pretty shocking, wouldn't it? Peep Show, that's a good show. In-Betweeners, also a good show. There's a lot to choose from if you had to just pick one. Bullseye, when I didn't have a job, Bullseye was on TV constantly, like reruns, obviously. And that was kind of like my first introduction to British TV was Bullseye. Line of Duty, that's a great show. That's a newer one. Loved it. Loved Line of Duty. So much fun. I mean, not fun, but it was good. Fleabag was really good too. Dad's Army, that's an old shout too. Monty Python, that's a good one. I think that transcends to other countries, if you will. Like Only Fools and Horses to a lesser extent, but Monty Python, I think everybody has heard of Monty Python. Homes Under the Hammer. Oh my god, I haven't watched that in so long. I made my mom watch that because she loves that stuff. I didn't know there was a remake of Bullseye. I've only ever seen the one with Jim. Let's see what you could have won. Wow, that's a throwback. I watched a lot of British TV when I first moved here, and I remember like flipping through the live TV, and I was like, I don't know anything that I'm looking at. And it's really confusing at first because you're like, I don't even know what to watch, because you're going through like the guide on the TV, and you're like, I don't even know a single one of these. So it's a lot of trial and error, which means I watched a lot of Top Gear. I watched a lot of Bullseye, The Chase, Pointless, Catchphrase, the one with the bailiffs that come in and evict people. I always forget. Every time I talk about it, I always forget what it's called. And it's the two older gentlemen, and they come and they evict people. I watched a lot of that. Is it Bring in the Bailiffs or something? Can't Pay Will Take It Away. Jacob, thank you. That's the one. I watched a lot of that when I first moved here. That's a great one though. I actually really liked it. I also watched Sherlock for the first time when I moved here because I had nothing else to do really. So yeah, TV, it's funny. If you just stick around long enough, then you start to pick up, you know, what things are. It is one of the things that is strange about being a foreigner is you do not understand pop culture. So you guys might make a joke that everybody in chat, for the most part, understands, but I don't, because I either didn't live through it, or, you know, I wasn't here for it, I never watched that show, or you know, like, pop culture is a weird one, because you just assume that everybody knows. You know, like, it's just one of those things, but there are so many things that I don't know. So many things. Canadian TV, it doesn't exist in the same way. So many of the shows on TV in Canada are American. You make more money producing shows in America, unfortunately. You can get paid better, and there's more funding and all that kind of stuff. So many people will go to, you know, Hollywood, right? Go to places where they're going to make TV shows. So a lot of Canadian TV is actually American TV, which is a real shame. But it is true that a lot of TV and movies are filmed in Canada because it's cheaper. So Toronto ends up being New York a lot of the time, and a lot of movies that can't afford to film in New York, they will come to Toronto, and it's way cheaper. So that's cool, I guess. I remember, do you guys remember the show West Wing? Did you ever watch West Wing? They filmed that in Ontario, or at least some of it. And I remember my dad was walking our dog, and they were filming down the road, and he's like, I'm gonna get in the background. He's like, I want to be in this show. I'm gonna walk around in the background. And so he was walking the dog like kind of in the background. But I'm pretty sure they just cut and they just waited for him to leave. But yeah, West Wing, that was a big one. I remember they filmed a Robin Williams movie. And I remember I was on like the school bus or something and I saw Robin Williams outside filming. It's just cheap. A lot cheaper. But yeah, unfortunately, like Canadian TV is very different. Gabrielle, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Murder Friends is the true crime podcast that me and my girlfriends we're doing. That is like on hiatus until we don't know when. We've just been so busy and it is quite time consuming, which is, I know, surprising, but I know for me, when we were doing Murder Friends, I was starting to get really burnt out. Like, it's so much like content, you know, just churning it out. So if we were to do it again, I would probably have to cut back on stuff. Andrew, God bless you. Thank you so much. Whenever they open a Timmy's in Kent, who knows when that's gonna be. So yeah, Murder Friends is on hiatus. It was just a bit too much, unfortunately, but we still get together. And it's nice to hang out without having to like create something, you know? Yeah, just enjoying each other's company rather than trying to churn out content. So maybe in the future, who knows? Kim's Convenience is Canadian. Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek is a great one. That was on Netflix if you guys are looking for something that is very Canadian. Yeah, Schitt's Creek is fabulous. I wish I could watch it again. You know, like watching it for the first time. That's a great one. Do you watch any soaps? I do not, and I never will. There's about 40 Tim Hortons in the UK currently, and not a single one south of London. Love to get one at some point, but not yet. But if you got one near you, you can try it out. Have a little bit of Canada. Although I have said to people, Tim Hortons is not the greatest. Everybody associates it with Canada, but it's not that great. It's like Costa. But it's comforting because, you know, you recognize it and it's nostalgic. But it's not that great. Newfoundland accent. Heard it. Yes. Newfies sound like they're Irish. Difficult to understand. But good luck if you can understand them. There's the Maple Leaf, I think it's called, in London. That's obviously a Canadian bar. They used to do poutine and stuff, and they stock a lot of Canadian beers, which I don't really drink beer, so it's kind of lost on me. But yeah, if you're ever in London, Maple Leaf. I haven't been there in years. I'm assuming it's still open. I think there's quite a big Canadian population in London, so I'm sure they've got lots of people willing to go, at least, especially now that restrictions are lifted. Coffee or hot chocolate? Coffee, but I love hot chocolate. How can you say no to a wonderful hot chocolate? I don't know. Impossible. But I do have coffee every morning. So, gotta say coffee. What's the process like for moving country? There are a lot of moving parts. I think that's what's tricky. But as long as you have your paperwork and you have someplace to stay when you get there, then you can kind of regroup. There's a lot of stuff at the beginning which can be overwhelming, but it's perfectly doable. You know, one step at a time, but you gotta be organized. You gotta have all your papers. And then you can start enjoying yourself. But yeah, it's exciting. Richard, hello. Christmas is coming. I haven't thought about Christmas videos just yet. I'm still considering Halloween first. I've got some Halloween ideas that I'd like to do. But yeah, I should probably start thinking about Christmas. The problem is I never think that far ahead, which you think after doing this for a couple of years, it would be best to, you know, plan ahead. And I love planning, but sometimes I leave it to the last minute. So we gotta think of some Christmas related content. But I still have some spooky stuff that I want to do first because it is spooky month. Cheers. But yeah, thanks you guys for hanging out. What day is it? Happy Sunday. I can't believe none of you guys are saying Ryan Gosling for most famous Canadian actor. Do you guys not remember Ryan Gosling? Absolutely beautiful. Martin Short, absolutely. Jim Carrey, Mike Myers, Ryan Reynolds. I mean, there's loads of them. I can't think of them in this current moment. Michael J. Fox. Alan, I was just thinking that one. Very cool. Rachel McAdams, yeah. I mean, there's lots of Canadians. We're just quieter, so maybe we're not as famous. Donald Sutherland, yeah. Hot Ryans of Canada, loads of them. William Shatner, let's not talk about that. I feel bad for Justin Bieber. He is Canadian, but he got so famous so young. There was no hope for him. He was always going to be weird, unfortunately. Also, the character Wolverine is Canadian. Did you know that? We have so few claim to fame. Anyway. Yes, many Canadians. Shania Twain. Wow, I haven't heard her in a long time. Same with Bryan Adams. Is he still alive? My mom was a Bryan Adams kind of lady. Keanu! Kind of. I don't know if we can claim Keanu. I wish we could. I don't think we can. And Michael Bublé. Oh, and Neil Young, of course. Have you ever heard William Shatner sing? Yeah. Have you ever heard William Shatner sing Rocket Man? That's an experience. You can go ahead and Google that after this. Fun stuff. Rush, yeah, of course. Tragically Hip. Someone asked if I like Tragically Hip. I do. Of course I do. Norm Macdonald is another big one. I was very lucky to see Tragically Hip a couple years ago in concert. It was outside, which, I don't know, made it feel even more Canadian to be outside. Yeah, I mean, Canada's a big country. We do have famous people. We do have some musicians. Oh yeah, and Drake. He's not very good though, is he? Arcals. I saw them live too. And Metric. There are some really great Canadian musicians and stuff. If you're ever bored, just give it a bit of a Google. Listen to some new stuff. We really do have a really fabulous music scene, but I don't think many people know about it. Which is kind of like the story of Canada. We've got a lot of great stuff, a lot of really cool stuff, and nobody really knows. Nobody really talks about it. Maybe we're just not as loud. We're not as loudly patriotic as some of our neighbors. Just fair. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Any other Q&As? Oh, Lights. I saw her live too. Carly Rae Jepsen, no thank you. Oh yeah, I used to post music on my Facebook page and then I got too busy. And I kind of put that off a bit. That's my bad. But there is a lot of good stuff. Reading anything good at the Mo? So on my Patreon account, I pick a book and we have this like little book club once a month. So I have a crime thriller for this month called The Weight of Blood. I'm not sure who the author is. It's a woman. That's really bad. I couldn't tell you what the author is. That's the book for this month, for October. Plus, it's spooky month. It should be a spooky crime thriller. This is probably like my favorite stuff to read. I like a mystery. Something like a little bit creepy maybe. Ooh. A little bit supernatural maybe. Ooh. A little bit of sci-fi. Ooh. I've got some books here. I think they're all out of reach though. I got short arms, so I can't really show you anything. But that's the book for this month. What is the one thing you really want to do or see in the UK? Ben, I would love to go to the Lake District. Lake District, please. Also, I want to go down to Cornwall. That would be wonderful. Doctor Who or Star Trek. How about neither? Thanks. That'll be a neither for me. How cold do winters get in Ontario? Here's the thing, and I know I've talked about this a lot, but I really truly believe in it. Winters here in England get around 0. We get into like the high minuses, -2 or whatever. It doesn't get that deeply cold, but it feels so cold here because it's wet. It's like a really wet, awful cold, and it's really dark, like gets into your brain and everything. So it feels so cold here. Whereas in my home in Ontario, Southern Ontario, not even Northern, we're Southern. I've seen it with the wind chill. That's something you have to keep in mind. With wind chill, I've seen it -40. -40 degrees Celsius. Which is cold. That's cold. But it feels different. It's hard to explain. That kind of cold is hot. It burns. So when you breathe, it burns inside and it can burn your skin. So you get frostbite, which is exciting. But for some reason, it doesn't feel as cold as it does here because it's so wet. It's like in your bones. And it's raining on you and you're just like, oh my God, it's just damp. Whereas back home, it's a burning, blistering cold. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Yeah, I've seen it get cold, and your employer will expect you to get to work on time. Even if there are snowbanks that are a couple feet high, you're expected to get into work. So you better be able to dig your car out of a snow ditch and get to work on time too. Fish and chips or pizza? Pizza. I could probably eat pizza all day. Any plans to ever head up around the Black Country? Honestly, yeah. I mean, I will go just about anywhere. Pablo, your videos have helped me a lot. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I would go just about anywhere in the UK, to be honest. I would like to see it all, you know. But money and time and all that fun stuff. What's your go-to donut order, Matthew? If I am at Tim Hortons, I am getting a assorted pack of Timbits. I want a little bit of everything. Just a little bit of everything, please. -40 is cold. Yeah, it's pretty awful. Pretty awful. But, it does feel colder here. No snow, mind you. Although I was here for the Beast from the East. That was quite cool. And I didn't really appreciate it at the time because I didn't really understand what winter was like here yet because I had only been there for, you know, a short period of time. Yeah, Beast from the East was quite an experience. And especially being in England since then. You know, we've not really had anything like that. We had snow last year. I did a snow video, I think, and a snow short, but it wasn't like a lot of snow. It was snow. But still cool to read. I mean, I was read while I said it. Read the book Bad Blood. I'd love to. I listened to the podcast. That's a crazy story. Favorite pudding? I'll skip pudding, but I'll have an appetizer if that's alright. Maybe a cheese board. Maybe antipasta, something nice. Have you been to Oxford Circus in London? I have. In a week or two, I have a video about London. I hope you guys like it. Tuesday's video is a travel video, so I hope you guys like that too. I finished that yesterday, day before. So that'll come out on Tuesday as normal, as always. Hope you guys enjoy it. Favorite sweets? I'm really not a sweet. I mean, I love chocolate. You know, I'll eat just about any sort of anything put in front of me, but I would much prefer a savory to a sweet. Much better, much bigger savory. Grant says, are you a big reader? I try to read a book a month, if I can. Sometimes I don't finish the book if it's truly awful and I picked a bad one, but most of the time I do. Reading is kind of like that activity where I never feel like I've wasted time. You ever just sit on your phone, like on Instagram or something, you think an hour afterwards, you're like, wow, I didn't benefit at all from that time on Instagram. None of it. But reading, I've never felt like that. It's like time well wasted, if that makes sense. So yeah, I try to read a book a month. More if I could, but usually not. Oh, candy corn gem, how could you? Tony says, is there anywhere in the UK you'd love to go but haven't been able to yet? Tony, most of the UK. Most of it. There's so much I want to see. And last year, and the year before that, really, I was really hoping those to be travel years, and then of course this whole thing happened and I had a lot of personal stuff happen, so it just wasn't in the cards. But maybe 2022. Just maybe. But who knows really at this point. I want to go abroad too. I was going to go to Italy. Did that happen? No, it did not. Maybe in the future, though. I've been to Greg's. It's all right. Colin, thank you so much, pal. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all the donations. Also, thank you all the subscribers. All the thumbs up on this chat or whatever it is. I appreciate it. Yeah, been to Greg's. Not the best. Like with most things, if you want like a proper pastry or a proper sausage roll, you want to go to like a small independent bakery. You know, that's where the good stuff is. Big time. Is there anywhere in the UK you dislike? The UK certainly has towns that, I'm gonna say it, are nothing special. And I mean that with the most love I could possibly imagine. It's just like Canada. There's towns where you think there's literally no point to this town. There's nothing nice here. There's nothing pretty. There's like, it just exists. So the UK certainly has places like that. No shame, you know, they gotta be there. It's just not, I'm not gonna take a trip to go visit them, if that's all right. Mirror vids, thanks for all your great vids. I appreciate it, pal. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys like this kind of hangout. You know, I thought maybe we could do this once a month if you're interested. If you want more live streams, I'm gonna be on Twitch. I am always on Twitch. I do have a P.O. box, but I don't publicly post the address. The P.O. box is for people who support me on Twitch and or support me on Patreon. No offense. There's a lot of crazies. A lot of crazies on YouTube. You know who you are. Crazies. So I post my P.O. box for those places. I hope you'll understand, but I appreciate you asking. Wiz, God bless you. Are you considering another car? Yes. As a Canadian, I have always paid for a car. I've always had a car. You have to have a car. If you live in a town in Ontario, you have to have a car. It's just not possible. Here you can get away with it without it. But I do miss just like jumping in the car and going someplace. So I certainly will buy another car in the future. They're just such a money dump, you know? It's just like so much money just like disappearing. So I think in the future, maybe next summer, potentially. Because yeah, I do miss just getting in the car and visiting my friends or going to a place to film or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. I can still take the train and the bus and that sort of thing, but it makes things difficult for sure. Electric would be awesome. There's not that many charging points in Kent just yet. But yeah, I mean, electric is where everything's going. And I can only drive automatic anyway, which are all electrics. So maybe in the future. It's just a lot of money. And what car would I get? The cheapest car possible. And the smallest. I still, Aaron, God bless you, pal. Thank you so much. I still get a lot of anxiety about driving. And now that I haven't driven in a while, it will be difficult again. I know I'll get back into it. You know, it's like riding a bike, driving a car. But there will be a lot of anxiety at the beginning. So I want it to be as small of a car as possible. Just as small as possible. But thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna go now. I know. I'm leaving. Can you believe it? Thank you for supporting my channel, for supporting me, and watching my silly videos. I truly greatly appreciate it. Any thumbs up, any comments, any subscribers, subscriptions is truly wonderful. You want more content? Patreon. You want to hang out more? Twitch. Otherwise, I will always see you guys here. And new video on Tuesday, new travel video that I hope you guys like. It was really fun making. And I'll see you around the corridors, you know, in the hallways. I'll see you around. But I'll always be here in this chair. Thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. I am leaving now, though. I'm about to press the button. Are we all ready? Tell your friends. Everybody tell 5 friends about Adventures in Naps, okay? And we'll be an internet sensation. All right, I am leaving now. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye.